I think what we're really gonna see is one of these teams are gonna go through, and honestly, I feel like with the momentum from this particular matchup, it's gonna give a lot of teams confidence from the day, no matter which side wins here. PK again having a struggle in day 2 of groups versus XSET, who actually had a really good day 2 of groups and want to keep that momentum. A lot to play for here in this series.
You're looking at an XSET team that has averaged over 2 goals a game in this tournament, which, okay, doesn't sound like a whole lot until you consider ain't anybody averaging 3. Here goes Sosa. Closest, of course, as you would expect, being NRG. Might have just dropped down below 3 after they were beaten by Rogue. J-Pow opening up the scoring, though, for XSET. Boy, they're starting off the way you'd expect, scoring early and maybe often.
Yeah, I mean, this is an odd defensive mistake from PK. Keep in mind, it's like the first 30 seconds of their first game of the day. But still, this team's known for their defense, and that's a slip-up you don't want to see coming out in game 1.
Pittsburgh Knights come into this regional 990 points overall. There's still a good 600 or so behind G2 for that number 6 spot, but boy, did they have one heck of a winter, especially coming near the end of the 2020 calendar year. They had that summit event where they looked almost unbeatable at times. As this goes across, and Sosa will try to start the breakdown field, only to be intercepted by Hoxer. You got to be wondering, is it the Knights' time to shine now here in the spring split? Not off to a great start here in this elimination match. There's still a lot of Rocket League to go, and especially with ZPS on the field, you're never out of it.
Yeah, ZPS definitely the player to watch here. He's had some mistakes that actually ended up leading into that first goal there for Knights, and he's looked a bit shaky on offense, but once he gets settled, he's going to be able to turn around Knights and really bring up their entire level of play. He's been a big factor of this team, but hold on, Sosa may have a chance. Nice 50, and ZPS will just play that in the space for Alpha Cap to clear out. Sosa, wait, Alpha Cap clears it right to him. That's a tied-up game.
I mean, that's just token pressure, right? It's just like, yeah, we'll just throw it to the net, see what happens. Well, if Alpha Cap's going to give you a rebound that juicy, you got to take it.
Absolutely.
Eat up, Sosa.
Absolutely. And you saw what happened too. Alpha Cap has the ball. Everyone's giving him space to get the clear. Someone from XSET either needs to follow that up, or otherwise you saw the results. Sosa quick to jump on top of it, just like J-Pow with the shot there. CPS with a save. Hoxer follow up, slots it past Radoko, and XSET take the lead.
All right, XSET and the Pittsburgh Knights giving you an offensive explosion after we've seen some low-scoring games to start the stream here, and not a whole lot of back and forth. This is a nice little departure as we get to the 3-minute mark of game 1. Still plenty of offense to go around, I'm sure. Wait for the answer from the Knights.
I was watching back because, the Rogue versus XSET match wasn't streamed. I looked over it with a couple of coaches afterwards, and I mean, one of the biggest things was Rogue gave XSET a lot of space. And what they were able to do with that space was really just be able to create so many different goal-scoring opportunities. I feel like with that, they kind of found a new style that works out for them. And now we're kind of seeing it as well, even in this game. When they get some space here in midfield, they get these consistent challenges on goal, and next thing you know, they have the lead. If they continue up with that level of play, then PK might have something to deal with. But this Pittsburgh Knights defense is so good with trying to eliminate space from teams like that. As you see, J-Pow doesn't get any time, completely bumped. So it's going to be a big clash between these two.
Radoko able to center this ball, but nobody else was forward, and this time the token pressure doesn't really do anything. Good challenge by ZPS, though, to try and keep the attack alive. The Pittsburgh Knights looking for another response, playing from behind again against XSET. That's a great win by J-Pow. Everybody was optimistically forward. Now they got to rush back and fend off this assault from XSET. ZPS right down the middle looking for Sosa, and Alpha Cup did a great job getting to the spot at midfield and meeting him there, not letting the Knights get too far downfield and get anything on the XSET net. Maybe they don't have a choice this time. Sosa trying to get around Hoxer, and that's excellent defending, but they didn't quite get the ball out of harm's way. Now they have with that play out of Hoxer.
Oh, Alpha Cap backflip. Sosa was up so early for that, but not a threatening shot. Knights need one. We're approaching the final minute here in game one, and it's just been a consistent battle here for midfield pressure. Knights have to find a way through XSET.
I don't think XSET actually has an answer for Sosa. They're just hoping they can make somebody else beat them. As Sosa couldn't get to this ball. I think he kind of panicked and worried about where that ball was going. It was close enough to the post, and XSET takes advantage.
Yeah, definitely looks like a panic there from Sosa. Backflips. Next thing you know, the net's wide open. It's just a free shot for J-Pow. Have to have more stability on the back end for the Knights as they go down by 2 with 50 seconds left in game one.
J-Pow, by the way, going up to 15 goals in the tournament with his pair here in game one, and a point-blank save against Sosa. Also taken off the field for his efforts, but not before the ball ends up downfield, courtesy of Alpha Kep and this XSET squad looking to close out game one. Again, a series both these teams have to win to continue on in this tournament. Got to win 2 down in the lower bracket to advance to Championship Sunday. ZPS didn't have the double. Sosa will serve it up there for Redoko, and Alpha Kep just calmly guides this back across the center line, and that will just about do it. The Pittsburgh Knights are going to run out of time here, and they might be about to fall down by 3 goals anyway. Skied up, one more for the road. No, it's blocked away by Redoko, and it doesn't matter. XSET takes game one.
For XSET, XSET fans looking at this result, that's a good game one here, but also it just shows you that they're still able to keep up the momentum that they gained yesterday. Yesterday wasn't necessarily a fluke. Keep in mind, they are going to have to close out the series here, but it does show you, I mean, this team has been going through so many ups and downs over this season so far. This now shows a sign of life with this roster. I like what I've seen from game one. J-Pow especially coming out with 8 shots of his own, and Alpha Kep just kind of pulling more on the back end there with the 3 saves. It's not necessarily the highest pitch Rocket League or the fastest, and they're not doing anything super mechanical, but it works. So Knights are going to have to adapt as we get ready to get into game 2.
When J-Pow's got more shots than the Pittsburgh Knights, who, let me tell you, they will throw the ball at the net. Well, you know something is clicking for XSET. Somebody else also has to step up and take a few shots. I don't think J-Pow is going to be able to single-handedly carry XSET against this Knight squad. We'll see. Stranger things have happened. A new 5 minutes on the clock at Forbidden Temple, as J-Pow is back for the left corner boost to start things off in game 2. Hoxer for J-Pow. Might as well just get the ball in the hands of the hot hand. But it's not going to work out this time. Redoko quickly around the corner, blocked by Alpha Kep. What a win, as XSET again forcing the issue against the Pittsburgh Knights, and the Knights really struggling to get any good looks on target.
Again, you keep eyes on ZPS as he's trying to set up that quick play, and that almost got in. Hoxer to make a goal line save there. Pressure still on. J-Pow does get the clear. ZPS will play it off the back wall, but again, that's just a free lob downfield for Hoxer to make. Knights just have to be a little bit more clinical in terms of just, when they get upfield on offense, keep that ball in the zone. Don't throw away possession, and definitely don't give XSET counterattack opportunities like the one we just saw.
There was a moment there where ZPS had jumped maybe a quarter of a second later. It's 1-0. Had to react after the miss out in front. Now Hoxer trying to force his way through, unable to. It'll be, Hoxer just gave that ball right back to Redoko, and it almost cost XSET dearly. Big Demolition's going to take Hoxer off the field for a moment, and Alpha Kep will keep control. Very wise decision, not just booming the ball away, and that relieves all the pressure against XSET for now.
Soft touch from Sosa in the midfield. Then he goes for the demo, and I think that may be the sign of the start of PK actually finally, breaking past XSET's defense. XSET have been set on that back wall all game, all series long. Pittsburgh Knights haven't been able to actually take advantage of it at all, but maybe some demos taking someone out to play may be what they need.
High bounce for Sosa to play, but you just look at the positioning of the Knights. There is nobody else with him. Not able to commit on that play. This angles downward, and Sosa jumps in front of J-Pow, but again, the problem is nobody else was able to go anywhere near midfield. Finally, Sosa's got this clear. Needs some support with him. Got ZPS there, but took the shot, and Hoxer made the save.
Ooh, Rodoko still trying to play this in. ZPS can't go for that. He sees Hoxer with the ball. That's a clear in the midfield. No pressure on offense from PK. A lot of it is just, okay, Sosa goes downfield, takes an individual shot. Oh, a miss! ZPS capitalized on it, though! And PK finally come up with a goal.
This miss throws everybody off. Sosa looking to make a nutty play, and Hoxer has to just wait that extra tick, and it's just enough. ZPS found the opening to shoot through. Knights have their first lead of the series. Can they hold on to it and tie things up here?
Right now, pressure on XSET to perform. You talked about J-Pow shots last game. He's still sitting at 0. As Hoxer's the only one with shots as he picks up his third. As you can see, XSET starting to speed up. 2 minutes left, and we're waiting to see how they respond.
Hoxer has Alpha kept downfield. The problem is they also have Rodoko and Sosa to contend with. ZPS over top of J-Powers, as you mentioned, has not had anything going offensively in this game. Point of emphasis, shut him down.
Oh.
It's working. Loose in front, and J-Pow clears this off to the corner. So, the onus now on J-Pow. If they're not going to let him get going on the offensive end, got to make his contributions elsewhere. Now he'll finally get a shot on target, trying to take Sosa out. This is still loose in front. Walked away. The entirety of the Pittsburgh Knights defense just stones XSET cold on the line.
Every single person that was on XSET took a shot downfield or on the Knights net, and every single member of the Knights built a wall of defense to completely deny any opportunity of that going through. I'm a little bit concerned because I feel like just shoot it on the left side of the net. Like, there's a little bit of space there, but bad angles and good defense from PK still give them a 1-goal lead. Less than a minute remaining, and Knights have all the momentum, all the pressure, and another goal! ZPS double tap off the flip reset.
This is insane. Flip reset, double, just indirect to himself off the ceiling. This one had everything. Oh, what a play by ZPS. What a statement made to XSET. Hey, game on here in game 2.
We said it in game 1. Watch out for ZPS, because when he gets on, the entire Knights team is elevated. He's got both goals this game. He's been able to read the field. Communication between him and his teammates is on. And I mean, sometimes you just got to do it all by yourself. J-Pow shows that he can do that too with a nice flip reset goal into the top corner.
They've still got some life too. J-Pow, what a play here. He sees Rodoko. He knows he's got to get creative to beat him. And he goes near side in the upper 90. Perfectly placed, and a chance for XSET. After all that out of ZPS, will it be for naught? Oh, he just launches this to the backboard. Sosa cleans up. What a setup out of ZPS. This is out of a cannon.
Look at that flick. Woo! Right off the backboard, no one able to get the read. Head on a swivel. By the time they recognize Sosa's there, it's far too late. Knights gain a 2-goal lead, 23 seconds left.
ZPS out here playing a game of horse. And right now, I think XSET's on an R right now. Good grief. ZPS has been on fire. Final few seconds will tick away as ZPS and friends are going to tie up this series. Hoxer looking for just one more. Maybe they'll feel a little better about themselves. Not happening. Game 2 to the Knights decisively.
And XSET did try to get, respond there, but I mean, it was far too late. That was all Knights. For most of the game, XSET sat at 2 shots. Obviously, they ended up gaining some more towards the end, but Knights on offense, they had possession numbers. They had set opportunities, and ZPS and Sosa, the communication between those two was on another level, and XSET could not respond efficiently against it.
And communication didn't look like it was on point really in the first half of that game at times. It certainly didn't look like it was on in game 1, but something has clicked for the Pittsburgh Knights as they transition from game 1 into the latter half of game 2. And it's something that XSET now has to find an answer for, because if they cannot stop that sort of stuff out of ZPS, they're going to have a long, miserable experience in the rest of this series. Game 3 on iconic DFH Stadium. Tiebreaker between XSET and the Pittsburgh Knights. Again, winner of this series has to win one more to move on to Championship Sunday. They'll get the loser of the FaZe, formerly Peeps, and Susquehanna Sonics match. And yes, it brings me no end to joy to say formerly known as the Peeps.
Yeah, so we'll end up maybe seeing those later. Hopefully we don't see them later.
Yeah,
And
right.
I do not
want to see the Peeps down here in the lower bracket. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, we'll see which team.
I'm completely unbiased, I promise.
He is just not, but it's fine. We'll take it. They're not playing right now, so it's okay. But one thing I do want to talk about is the level of play here. XSET have been able to make adjustments, or they've actually been able to set the tone in game 1. The real adjustment came from Pittsburgh Knights. The way that offense worked in game 2 from a team that is definitely more known from their defense. It is something that, you know, you got to give credit to Coach Lando for him being able to really bring this team back in. But now we're in game 3, series tied, and it's up to XSET to really see if they can respond to this new Knights, you know, rotation that we're seeing coming out from them.
ZPS looking for Sosa across the way. Double tap on the way. Clear the runway. No, Hoxer with a great save. And another one on ZPS's follow-up attempt. Oh, great defensive stand from Hoxer to keep the Knights off the board. Remember that sequence as this game rolls on, especially if XSET's able to take a dub. Sosa, again, just trying to apply any pressure at all, and XSET's got to have their head on a swivel wondering exactly where he is. For all the great mechanical prowess we saw out of ZPS last game, Sosa has been a thorn in the side of XSET every time they try to move around in their own defensive end.
He's just faster. That's really what it is. He's so much more faster. Alpha kept up for that one. Almost found a top corner shot. ZPS, a long clear downfield. But Sosa's being aggressive. Right now, he's even upfield taking the XSET corner boost while Rodoko plays this one down. And it keeps XSET looking. But for Sosa, it's just all reaction based on how he wants to work. And the fact that he has Rodoko and ZPS to help him just do that by facilitating the gameplay in the meantime just makes this PK squad on offense kind of a loose cannon.
A little surprising that we haven't seen too much physical play out of XSET. The only team with more demolitions per game up to this point, G2. We will see in action a little bit later over on the mainstream. Here's J-Pal. Just blocked out by ZPS. Now ZPS has Sosa downfield again, because again, of course he is. And Sosa shot this time, saved by Hoxer. Followed from Rodoko, finds its way through.
Rodoko's been quiet all series until this point. He's mainly just been getting touches to keep the ball in play. But now he gets a shot, and I like that. It's a delayed touch. He knows they're going to be going for an aggressive challenge, but he turns his octane at the right moment just so he can find that left side as well. Beautiful placement there from Rodoko.
Sosa and ZPS got it a little tied up there, going for the same corner boost, and it did not spawn for Sosa on the other side either. So he burns pretty much everything he had, hitting the ball downfield. Fortunate break for the Knights. They maintain their 1-0 advantage. Rodoko against Hoxer. Oh, who's going to take this? Finally, Rodoko and Sosa both dive in for it. Boy, that was an absolute mess. They still may get a goal out of this, which is crazy. Now they finally will have to break out and get back, as Alpha Cap will clear for XSET.
This is scary for XSET. At that last play, they were in the mercy of Pittsburgh Knights pretty much. That all had to do with just Knights being inaccurate. So now looking at this one, seeing XSET, they've been struggling playing from behind at this point. Now they need to force a goal. A minute left. They're only down by 1, but do they have it in them?
That was the 8 shots out of J-Pow in game 1. Not nearly as many in game 2. Only 1 to speak of in this game, as he backflips having that ball go over him, but he will make the save on Rodoko's effort. XSET escape again. How many more times are they going to? Down inside 40 seconds. J-Pow does have a full tank of boost to work with downfield, but Hoxer's going to hit Alpha Cap. It's along the goal line and in.
Beautiful follow-up there from Alpha Cap. An absolute laser downfield. Hoxer sauces him up. And ZPS, he wants to clear, but he only ends up killing the ball as it's on top of the crossbar. Immediate follow-up from Alpha Cap. No time to respond. And XSET are back in this game 3.
A wild back and forth series and maybe a back and forth finish. Now to game 3. ZPS, big time block on J-Pow. Sosa doesn't have anything to work with, so ZPS will take over as Rodoko circles around behind him. Awkward bounce off of this, and J-Pow, all he could do just to gain some semblance of control. Final seconds tick away before we get overtime. Unless Sosa has something to say about it. Hoxer skied it out there towards Rodoko, who again has not done a whole lot in this series. He's actually given it away to Kep, and this should finally drop down. It does. OT in game 3.
Overtime, game 3 between Pittsburgh Knights and XSET. To see who puts the series on match point. Sosa will send it over to the side. That's a shot from Alpha Cat! And he lands it in the perfect spot for XSET!
It only takes 9 seconds as everybody crisscrosses. Tell you what, the Knights, their spacing and their defense were not good in that game. And it finally came back to bite them at the very beginning of OT. Alpha Kep buries it, and XSET's 1 win away from staying alive.
Just under the bar. Knights defense as strong as we have, and as big as I've talked them up. The one moment where it's a shot from Cap, he finds it.
If I had $1 for every time Sosa and ZPS have crisscrossed with each other and nobody's actually gone for a ball, they just kind of both peel off at the same time, I don't think I'd have to work another day in my life. It has just been constant.
For me, it's like, I understand, especially after the game 2 victory, right? That works for you. You've been able to throw off XSET on defense with the fact that you guys are being very unpredictable. But when it comes down to clutch time and you need somebody who can make the save, you have to make the save, actually. So Alpha Cap ends up getting away with that one. XSET put the series on match point off of that shot from Cap. And next thing you know, Knights, their tournament lives at stake.
This, by the way, is where McLando makes his money, right? You're the coach. You've got to manage these guys and kind of get their heads right. Things did not go well for the Knights in that last game. You got to get them on the right track for game 4. Still very much in it. Make those adjustments game by game to try and stay alive in this tournament. And tell you what, you could do a lot worse than having Lando on your side here, as Sosa will sky this one up. Knights need a win here to force game 5. Hoxer collects on the backboard. ZPS waiting for him. So far, communication seems a lot better in the first minute out of the Knights as Rodoko jumps in front here. Sosa avoids contact. You're seeing that physical play coming out from XSET now. The play that got them here to this point. They're finally going back to the well.
Alpha Cat play out. Hoxer shot blocked away. Rodoko should be able to win that, and he does against J-Pow, so this one will roll downfield. Alpha Cat can get some control, but you're right. Different style of play coming out from XSET, being a little bit more physical as they're looking for demos and bumps upfield. They're also getting a lot more space, and I talked about it in game 1, where XSET get this space and they can really dismantle the defense. We need to see Knights a little bit more active in the midfield.
Rodoko coming on, did not get a good touch on this, so it's Sosa trying to control this. Got Rodoko across the way, ZPS trailing in behind. It'll be on ZPS to try and keep this ball in the zone, but Rodoko will get it instead. Right at J-Pow with a full canister. Picked his moment, and it did not work out. Knights defense much better here in game 4. Yeah, J-Pow up the ladder. This is awkward as Rodoko gonna need another couple of touches, and Hoxer keeps this in the zone. They're trying to get out of the woods, and XSET will not let them breathe. Oh, that's popped up.
That's
That
dangerous.
actually threw out Sosa, and Alpha Cap knocks Sosa right into this clear and then knocks him off the field.
Yeah, Sosa was able to get it clear at midfield. It was a dangerous moment there where he was last man back, but Alpha Cap bumps him into the ball, and then Sosa takes that, uses it to get it downfield. There's a demo, but Sosa can't get to the ball in time. Hoxer will 50 that in midfield, and now J-Pow will take a shot, but it's straight to ZPS, who has control.
Oh, you know, ZPS wanted that corner boost too, but instead it ends up in the hands of Alpha Cap, who also got the demolition on Rodoko. So Hoxer will take over, kept going after Rodoko again, and just narrowly missed him. Tried to get him off the respawn.
Like that delay there from ZPS to move the ball upfield, but no follow-up from the Knights, so now it goes back into mid. There's 2 minutes left here. No one's been able to score. There's a bump. ZPS can't get it through. Hoxer almost own goal, but J-Pow was able to save the day in time. Cap will play it to the side. Not out of the woods yet. Rodoko playing the 50 low. ZPS shot. Bang!
Oh, wow. What a sequence out of the Pittsburgh Knights. After that initial save, you thought, oh no. Like, there's no way this series is going to be over, right? They hung with it. Did not let the ball out of the zone. They capitalized on their advantage. And the Pittsburgh Knights are in front. They were in front last game as well. Can they hold it this time? Sosa bounces one away, and Hoxer is all over it. Dumps this back into the corner, but ZPS has everything to work with and still had his pocket picked, so Rodoko's got to boom it away.
This is so big for the Knights now. They're usually able to hold off against XSET when they have the lead. It does seem like things are finally starting to work for them on offense, but you gotta watch out. XSET aren't done just yet. Good save from Sosa as J-Pow. Oh, he almost tied that one up.
Rodoko up, down, and all around. ZPS now to the backboard, and Hoxer makes sure it's not a clean read coming off, and then Sosa taken out by Alpha Cap. Almost 4.5 demolitions a game coming into this series. XSET is finally going headhunting. ZPS taken out again. J-Pow for the lead, and ZPS makes the save, crossing in front of Sosa. Hoxer now for Alpha Cap. Skying one up there, and Sosa will clear it away. J-Pow got the midfield boost, though, and Alpha Cap takes out Rodoko again. Oh, he's been an absolute bully. Just demolitions left and right, always playing short-handed. Can the Knights hang on for another 30 seconds as J-Pow's shots blocked away? Hoxer will try again, but nobody in front.
Oh, Knights surviving by the skin of their teeth. There's a bump in almost every offensive drive from XSET.
Oh, they turned up again.
Dangerous. There's a shot from Cap, but it's off. Final 10 seconds of game. Hoxer up. Rodoko with a save. Cap's gonna turn. He has to carry. 50 out. J-Pow can't reach it. Are they gonna let this one drop? Last second shot blocked. And everyone, buckle up. We're going to game 5.
Oh my goodness, I thought it was gonna happen again. Deja vu. I think it was ZPS and Sosa. They both turned off back to opposite posts, and just the sea parted for one final shot. They made the save, and we go to game 5. Oh my goodness. Hey, you know what? If nothing else, the Knights sure know how to put on a show.
You talking about that? Only 2 shots that game, both from ZPS. Everything else was just straight defense, except peppered the net. Again, nice defense. That was a prime example of it there. You know how frustrating it's got to be for XSET to literally, for the final minute, have all of that offensive pressure and still not come out with a goal. I'm talking bumps every play. Someone gets knocked out, and still either the shot's off or there's that one defender who just has a good enough read, and the clear just, I mean, it was a perfect storm of things just not going well for XSET.
One thing I love about the B stream is we actually get to read some of the chatter from the orgs themselves as they come in and watch these matches. The Knights Twitch put it far better than I ever could have. Game 3, we played better and lost. Game 4, we played worse and won. Welcome to the RLCS, where nothing makes sense and it's all made up. Sosa missed the clear, and Alpha Cap is there to punish.
There is one thing that's constant, though. If you can't get a touch off the back wall, it's pretty much going in your net. Sosa with a miss there. Alpha Cap slots in an easy goal for XSET as they start game 5 off with a goal.
15 seconds in. Boy, XSET off of kickoffs. They've been deadly. 9 seconds into the overtime. 15 seconds into this game. Here goes Rodoko. He has not done a lot on either end. He almost forced this through, and it goes across the goal line, but not in.
That was close, but like you said, not enough. Now they're trying again. Rodoko may have another touch here. Gets a 50 out. No follow-up there. J-Powell all on top of the ball and gets a bump on ZPS, slowing down PK to try to move upfield. They still get a bit of ground, though. So now they're going to try to see if they can get through XSET. Alpha kept on control, but Rodoko hits the 50.
I mean, Rodoko's got to be relieved that he's actually able to do anything on this field. They have had a target on him. I think Alpha Cap might not have ball cam. I think he has Rodoko cam because he is just zoned in on him every single game. Rodoko clears this away against Alpha Cap, so that's got to feel good. ZPS and Sosa waiting. Now, they didn't turn back this time, but now Alpha Cap trying to score. And Rodoko throws this downfield. He did have ZPS to his left, but behind him.
You got to watch out. You can tell XSET got a lot of speed here. Alpha Cap being super aggressive on the ball. And like you said, also aggressive on Rodoko. Good cut from ZPS. Back to Sosa, maybe? No. So we'll cut that one away. You can see the plays trying to develop here for PK, but XSET there every step of the way.
ZPS, you know he wants to control that, but he's also got Hoxer right behind him. And with as physical as XSET have been, that matters. This is cleared by Hoxer. And just that mentality, too, that, boy, they've gotten demo after demo after demo. You can't play slow and controlled at all. Like, you have to kind of play at a frantic pace. And if the Knights aren't able to keep that pace and get an attack going with it, they're going to have a tough time here in the second half of Game 5. ZPS now with J-Pow hovering around him. Rodoko will come in to try and take over. Got around Alpha Cap. Went into everybody. Open net. It went right at Hoxer, and he made the save. Now J-Pow for Alpha Cap. No way. Big turnaround for XSET.
I cannot believe XSET able to stop that shot after Rodoko almost opens up the net, and then the transition. Alpha Cap is not playing around. That's the second goal for him in Game 5. He's shooting 2 for 2 as we're halfway through.
Wow. How did the Knights not score there? Oh, big bump, though, on Hoxer. They got a chance now. J-Pow challenges Sosa. And that deflected well enough that will end up on the Knights' half of the field. Alpha Cap, oh, nice slow play, forces Sosa into action.
Man,
Hoxer doesn't have his flip, but he tried.
It's really going to take a lot of magic here for PK at this point, especially after that last drive. That was the one you needed to score. Should have been a tied-up game right now. It now gets away from them, but there's still a lot of time on the clock for them to create something. They really have to shake off that last goal, especially after the transition. I know it's tough, and I know I said, oh my God, that ball.
Sosa's ready to jump for this ball at midfield, and he gets knocked into Manfield. Good grief.
It's not looking easy right now. XSET are just on another level. PK, they've been able to at least get through them and get the ball to the goal line, but they have to finish. Not a lot of time left.
More time wasted by XSET. I mean, the Knights just need that one strike, and they had their opportunity. Now they've got to create another. And that's the frustrating part about, I mean, that's a 2-goal swing. You know, when you have a ball, you absolutely should score to tie this game, and instead, you find yourself down by 2. Got to break out as a team here, and they can't even get by J-Pow. They had Hoxer stuck in their net. J-Pow almost put this series away for good, but at least the window is still open. Just a crack for the Knights, but it is closing fast.
Every single time there's a clear, the ball doesn't even get to midfield. Someone from XSET's on top of it. Every moment. At this point, it's just XSET are sitting behind the midfield line like, yep, go ahead, try to clear it out. We want you to, because, again, Sosa can't get there. J-Pow plays a 50, and just like that, we've killed 30 seconds. And it's just looking grimmer and grimmer here for PK.
There's only so much boost on the field. That becomes a concern as well for the Pittsburgh Knights. They have not been able to break out of their own. This is an absolute stranglehold that XSET has put on this game. Finally, nope, didn't even get to the center line there. This is absolutely incredible out of XSET. How you close out a game, this is a textbook example as they shut down the Pittsburgh Knights and move on, 1 win away from Championship Sunday.
That's got to be heartbreaking. If you're a Pittsburgh Knights fan, that one hurts. You know, again, when a goal changes everything. And this was a prime example of it. Knights move downfield. Rodoko opens up space. Sosa comes through the shake, take the shot, but the shot's right at